Rodrigo de Paul, so important in that midfield for Argentina. Distribution to Tagliafico. Gonzalez wins it back and now gets the overlap. One-touch ball to Martinez, got it stuck behind him and couldn't drag it in front. It's blocked out. And it will be a throw for Ecuador. Deep in their defensive territory. Enzo Fernandez charging down the ball at the end of that play. Preciado launching it up the touchline as far as possible. Tracking back to win it back. Lisandro Martinez. Martinez and Romero, the two center backs for Argentina. They've been just about impenetrable so far in this tournament. And they were rested in their last group game against Peru, but Argentina, no matter who was out there, did not concede a goal in their 3 group stage games. 2-0 win over Canada, 1-0 over Chile, 2-0 over Peru. Here they go again. De Paul poking it through and cleared before Martinez could reach it. This runs out for an Argentina throw. Early pressure from the champions. This is steered back. A chance for Valencia to race onto that. He was able to apply some pressure, but able to clean up was Martinez. This big crowd finally settling in a bit after that early buzz. They will roar back to life as soon as Argentina create anything going forward. There are a healthy number of Ecuador fans here as well. Those blue and white stripes will outnumber almost any team around the world. Messi dropping deep for a touch there. Helped on to Tagliafico. Now Gonzalez being closed down quickly by Preciado. Referee put his whistle to his lips. Now plays advantage for Argentina. So it was a foul against Ecuador, but he allows play to go on. McAllister. Another hugely important cog in that midfield. Missed touch there by Tagliafico. Lionel Scaloni on that Argentine bench. Again, they've only lost 2 of their last 61 games, going back to that 2019 Copa America semifinal. It had been such a long international drought for Argentina. Didn't win a major international trophy from 1993 until 2021. It was a 28-year drought. So you see Felix Sanchez, former head coach of Qatar, coached them at the World Cup a couple years ago. First time they've been able to get their way up the pitch. And that comes to nothing as Emi Martinez, who had to wait a long time to become Argentina's #1, had to wait a long time to be a starting goalkeeper in general at club level as well. He launches this long. Second ball. Fernandez was able to get there. He couldn't connect with Martinez. Pressure being applied by Argentina, and De Paul tackles it out. There's the president of CONMEBOL, Alejandro Dominguez. And now, here come Ecuador into the box. Chance for an early goal, and that's sprayed back to Martinez. I think that came off his own player. Almost a chance for Moises Caicedo to stun the champs early. 6 minutes in. And a warning shot for Argentina. Moises Caicedo still just 22 years old. This is generally a very young Ecuador squad. Part of the reason there's so much hope around this team in Ecuador. They've only qualified for the World Cup twice in their history, 2002, 2006. Talked about their history at Copa America as that was miscontrolled by Enzo Fernandez. This was the half chance a moment ago. It was just a simple throw. And then the flick on one by Valencia, and suddenly Caicedo was away. Just got it stuck under his feet a little bit. Argentina able to track back. Now Fernandez chests this down. DePaul marauds forward. Martinez kept moving for Gonzalez. Looks for the underlapping run. It was cut out. Preciado. Ecuador do well. Argentina claiming it was out. Play on, says the referee. Argentina have it back with McAllister. And they settle things down on the midfield stripe with Martinez. Switch to the left. Nicolas Gonzalez, not his best. Team to get up the pitch. Eight minutes in. Ecuador doing okay so far. No big chances for Argentina to this point, but they are pressuring that ball. Lifted into the middle of the park. Enter Valencia. It's the kind of thing he's going to need to do tonight. Protect the ball, hold it up, let his teammates join in. Chasing after this one, but it's taken away. Man is down and play is stopped. That's Moises Caicedo on the deck for Ecuador. Alexis McAllister involved there for Argentina. That's the kind of thing he's especially good at. Plays for Liverpool, of course, in the English Premier League, as Felix Sanchez wasn't happy with that. McAllister, though, second in the Premier League last season in average tackles. Big part of Argentina winning balls back in the middle of the park, as he was there. DePaul. McAllister. And he was fouled. Free kick Argentina. Big crowd quiet as DePaul stands over this free kick. Takes it short and wide to Tagliafico. 10 minutes gone, 0-0 in this quarterfinal. First of 4 quarterfinals in this 2024 Copa America. Oh, that's dangerous. Ecuador onto this second ball in the middle of the park. And they prod it down the left side. Here's Ener Valencia. Valencia trying to cross it in first time. Blocked by the first defender. It's going to roll across the end line. It will be a corner for Ecuador. First attacking set piece of the match. And this is where anytime you're an underdog, especially one that has good center backs the way they do, you think you could get something. It's lofted into the middle, flicked clear to the edge of the box. Second ball recycled. Now the underlap and a chance to cross. Caicedo dispossessed. Great tackle by McAllister. There he is again. Shouts for a foul from Ecuador. Referee waved that away. It's going to be a throw for Argentina. Just talked about McAllister's tackling ability, and that was so important just there. First, he nutmegs Piero Hincapié. And then Caicedo goes down shouting for a foul and doesn't get one. Questions over Lionel Messi. Would he start? The answer obviously is yes. Now the question is, how long can he go tonight? Some thought if he started today, he might only play the first 45. I'm sure Lionel Scaloni would love for them to score a few goals in the first half and then be able to rest him for the second half and not have to make a real decision. If it's 0-0 or 1-1 at the half, that will be interesting. This is played long down the left side. Will it stay in play? Tearing after it, Sarmiento chops it with his back heel and does keep it in, but only to an Argentine defender, and the flag was up anyway. Yeah, that close, says Sarmiento. Maybe the ball did go out of play. Yeah, it was very close. And as young as Ecuador is, that guy up top, Ener Valencia, he's the experienced head, along with their goalkeeper. So up front and in the very back, the two oldest members of their squad. Could they make the difference tonight? Gonzalez couldn't reconnect with Tagliafico. And then the sliding block out by Lautaro Martinez. Martinez came up as a defender in his younger days. He said that he still thinks of himself as a defender. He still has that defender's mentality to chase everything. That's why he was nicknamed El Toro as a kid, the bull. So we see the potential contact on Ener Valencia a moment ago. William Pacho, part of that excellent central defense for Ecuador. Alexander Dominguez, 37 years old, but in the form of his life lately. He makes some really good saves against Mexico in their last group game to preserve that 0-0 draw that they needed to get through. They can make some progress down the left here. That ball has stayed in play. Caicedo, low cross, chance coming. Chance is there. Save made by Emi Martinez. Pulled back across. First time strike is over the bar. Two big chances for Ecuador back to back. Paez couldn't hit the target. It just wouldn't roll out for Venezuela, or for Argentina, that is, along the touchline. And then Ecuador were away. And first, it was Sarmiento breaking in on that left side. Martinez able to cut down the angle, and then Paez arriving late, but it was not on his favorite foot. See the first save again from Martinez, sticking out that left leg. A little reminiscent of that save he made in the World Cup final a couple years ago. The second ball falling to Paez, he'd prefer it on his left. It's Paez's left foot that's the magical one for him. His right, not quite as developed at just 17 years old. And wasn't able to keep it down. We're a quarter of an hour in, and the better chances so far to Ecuador. Very much hanging in against the favorites through the first 15, and they have a free kick here. Ecuador come again. This has been around the back. Ener Valencia, bad first touch, carried him wide. Tries to send it in front, and it's looped over onto the roof of the net. Another great chance. This time it was Preciado underlapping, fed by Valencia. And Ecuador playing really well in these early stages. That was onside. Perfectly timed run from Valencia. They can't keep wasting these chances, though. The cross was just a little bit behind Preciado. You can see there. Had to reach back just slightly with his right foot, trying to volley it into the roof of the net. There's no guarantee you're going to get many of those chances against Argentina. Now over the top, here's Lautaro Martinez. Martinez still racing after it, but taken back by Hincapié, and now the whistle goes. The flag is up for offside. Martinez hasn't seen much of the ball over the opening 17 minutes. It was Enzo Fernandez trying to clip him in behind. Did appear he was a fraction of a step offside. Looked like the right decision by the assistant referee on the far side. It's been impressive stuff from Ecuador. Remember, Canada played some impressive stuff in the group stage opener against Argentina, but they didn't take their chances, and eventually Argentina did. If you don't take your chances against a team like this, they will punish you at some point. That's a loose ball in the middle of the park. They're not clicking so far, the Albiceleste. It is Ecuador on top in these first 20 minutes. Here they come again. And this is down the left. Lots of space again for Hincapié. Hincapié, low cross, penalty spot. Up in the air it goes. Out for an Ecuador corner. They continue to knock. They're getting themselves to that end line, and those cutbacks are causing Argentina lots of problems. I've seen them get end line a few times in the last few minutes. Second corner for Latry. They take it short. Now they work it to Caicedo. His low ball in. Stabbed to the edge of the area. Sarmiento trying to work through a wall of blue and white shirts, and now Argentina looking to break. And they had a man brought down. Free kick. Molina asking for more than that. Hincapié the foul, and that'll be all, says referee Andres Matonde. Three shots for Ecuador, one on target. Nothing across for Argentina so far. That's a surprise, 19 minutes in. And so we expected that it would be Ecuador who would have to survive these early exchanges. Instead, it's Argentina who are hanging in at 0-0 right now. And they've not been able to break Ecuador's lines. This 4-1-4-1 working really well. It's more like a 4-4-2 right now. Gonzalez. Tagliafico. Molina. Argentina fans trying to rouse their team. Messi and Molina. Switch to the left and Gonzalez. Good ball. Good takedown. Edge of the area. Fernandez. Top of the box. Argentina throw. 20 minutes gone. Quickly in for McAllister. Tagliafico. McAllister. Kept moving by Fernandez. Argentina reset. See how quickly Ecuador are decompressing and moving up the pitch when Argentina reset back to the midfield circle like this. Again, that's so important. Ecuador doing a great job not getting sucked in too deep, not getting pinned deep in their own territory. And that's tackled out. Great feet by Preciado. Martinez, first time volleys it into the middle into Paul. Had some space for a moment. That closes quickly. Out on the wing it goes. Now Messi. First time he's had a chance to dribble, and he squares it back post. It's going to stay in play. Gonzalez blocked at that near post. Still in for Fernandez. Fernandez cut back. Didn't beat the first man and volleyed away by Paez. Edge of the area. McAllister. McAllister's strike. And now Ener Valencia draws the foul. Free kick, Ecuador. Well, it's the first time Argentina have seriously threatened tonight. There's the foul. Clear one on Christian Romero going through the back of Ener Valencia. But this sequence from Argentina, their best so far. First time Messi's had a chance to pick his head up and try to serve something. Eventually to the back post. Gonzalez had it blocked. It's hunted down by Fernandez. That didn't lead to anything in the end for Argentina. Has to be very pleased with how his team are playing, Felix Sanchez. Also has to be annoyed that they're not ahead. Midway through the first half. It's flown by. This first Copa America quarterfinal in 2024. That's one back by Ecuador. Chance for them to attack. Valencia into the middle. Referee says to get up. Argentina look to counter, but again they can't get out. Back for Emi Martinez. Ecuador have exactly the right people in exactly the right spots so far in this first half. Here's Messi. Messi bends that ball centrally. A return layoff intended for him from Fernandez wasn't great. Caicedo does well to keep it. Does well to find a teammate. That was Franco who has it back. Argentina fans restless. Ecuador successfully frustrating the champions and their fans so far. Paez, great ball. And Capier, Ecuador throw. Problems to sort out for Lionel Scaloni. Felix Torres doesn't get up the pitch that often, and that was missed. Whose throw is this? It will be Argentina's. There is Ener Valencia leading the line and doing it very well for Ecuador. Yet to score yet this tournament. He's done so a bunch for Ecuador over the years. See the possession, 64% in favor of Argentina, but they've not managed to look very dangerous with it. So far, a little reminiscent of their last loss, which came against Uruguay in World Cup qualifying late last year. There's Fernandez. This will be another Argentine throw. It was a similar kind of game at La Bombonera in Buenos Aires when they lost 2-0 to Uruguay. They had about 64% of the ball in that game, but weren't able to break Uruguay down. Uruguay hit them twice on the counterattack. It's a masterful road performance by Marcelo Bielsa's side, who of course will face Brazil in another quarterfinal on Saturday in this tournament. McAllister. Messi. That'll work for McAllister. A little bit of space. McAllister comes to DePaul. Out wide. Messi. Poked away from him by Caicedo. McAllister and Messi. And Fernandez. Gonzalez. Cutting inside. Gonzalez Rodrigo de Paul. Ecuador successfully keeping Argentina to the outside, not allowing them to break lines. De Paul has the run to his right, doesn't use it, plays it centrally instead. There was nobody there. Paez looking to feed it out. Bad ball turned over to McAllister. Alexis McAllister feeds it to the line. Chance to cross. Lifted to the penalty spot. Header is wide. First real chance for Argentina tonight. Enzo Fernandez couldn't guide it inside that far post. For once, it was a bad decision by Ecuador, and the 17-year-old Paez got them in trouble, and Fernandez couldn't hit the target. Had to back up a little bit before meeting that header. That's always difficult. Better for Argentina. Messi sure looks like he's moving okay. Right adductor issue said to be the problem. Didn't play in their last game against Peru. Man down in the center circle, that's Valencia for Ecuador. I think Rodrigo de Paul is already lobbying for time to be added on for every time Ecuador's players go down. See what might have happened to Valencia. Well, forearm in the back from Romero as they were contesting that aerial ball. Here was the chance for Fernandez a moment ago. Argentina fans re-energized. McAllister showing the strength to win a free kick. And then gets dumped to the turf by Valencia, and Valencia goes into the book. First booking of the night goes to Ecuador's forward. Just flicked through that right leg. Ball was already gone. "30 minutes played in this quarterfinal, a third of the way through the 90. Again, no extra time in the quarterfinals and the semifinals. Only in the final would we play an additional 30 minutes. If it were even after 90, go straight to penalties in the earlier rounds. Again, that is a feature of South American soccer. It's that way in South American continental club tournaments too, like the Copa Libertadores, for example. So you see the confirmation of Valencia's yellow card a moment ago. Copa Libertadores, Copa Sudamericana, all of those competitions, until the final, there's no extra time. In the second leg, for example, those are two-legged ties until the final. But the fact that there's no extra time does make for more upsets. Having to navigate an extra 30 minutes against a favorite makes it less likely that an underdog can win and progress. The fact that that doesn't exist in a game like this gives even more hope to a side like Ecuador. They can hold out for 90 minutes. Generally, as an underdog, you'll take your chances on penalties. Although, of course, Argentina are really good at those, as they've shown in major tournaments the last few years as well. They have a throw deep in Ecuador's half. McAllister and DePaul. Going to create that space and does well. Martinez now drifting out wide. DePaul. Martinez. Lisandro Martinez now. There's Lisandro on their back line. There's Lautaro up top. And there's an underlapping run and the ball too far for Gonzalez. Trying to feed him through is Tagliafico. We're all fortunate to be here on a night like this, but Ecuador, of course, they're not just here to feel fortunate, they're here to win. They've been playing like it. Very confident opening half hour plus from Latry. Argentina getting better though. Last 5 or 10 minutes after a slow start by their high standards. Cristian Romero. Tagliafico. Ecuador sitting off right now, daring Argentina to break them down. Messi. Game and atmosphere in a lull. It's a loose ball back. Martinez out of his area. Sweeps up for Romero. Now that press being applied by Ecuador. They clearly watched the game film from that game against Uruguay, but straight down the middle. Here come Argentina. It's Enzo Fernandez. It's Fernandez blocked out. First corner of the game coming for Argentina. Fernandez just forced to slow up, and he had bodies closing him down. First it was Preciado, and then the block. Off the back of Pacho. Argentina, even when they're not clicking from open play, they can still score decisive goals from set pieces. Part of why they've won so many in recent years. So versatile in the ways that they can find ways to win, even when below their best. Messi's corner, near post, flick backside. Did that cross the line? Yes, it did. Argentina have the lead. Lisandro Martinez. It came from Messi's delivery. The flick on was good. Martinez finished. Dominguez couldn't keep it out. 1-0 to the champions. It was McAllister who won the first ball. It's clearly over the line. Correct decision by the assistant referee. Dominguez got a hand to it. It was too late. First McAllister, then Lisandro Martinez. Argentina breakthrough. Far below their best over the opening 35 minutes. What did we just say? Even when not at their best, they're still dangerous from set pieces. It makes the difference there. Goal is still being checked. Now it looks like the referee has pointed for the ball to be placed down. It is a good goal. And off we go again. Argentina 1, Ecuador 0. Martinez in the 35th. It's a sickener for Ecuador, who had played so well but didn't take those early opportunities. Just like Canada didn't in the first half in the group stage opener. And usually when you miss a couple big chances against Argentina, they make you pay. Still a long way from being over, of course. But a big blow for Ecuador to concede first. Lautaro Martinez pushed over, and it's an Argentine free kick. Another look at the goal. McAllister crucially wins that initial flick, and then the back post was wide open. Nobody tracking that backside run from Lisandro Martinez. That flick was kept in play by Gonzalez. Not sure he meant to do it exactly like that. And a heavy touch. Having to just put it out into touch was Dominguez. Ecuador a bit rattled now after that goal. Late stages of the first half. Lionel Scaloni, I'm sure, feeling a little bit better. Felix Sanchez trying to rally his guys. This heavily pro-Argentine crowd very much into it now. Argentina have faced Ecuador 16 prior times in Copa America matches over the decades. They've never lost to Ecuador at Copa America. Ecuador have managed to beat them a few times in World Cup qualifiers and friendlies, but never in this tournament. Hoping to change that tonight, of course. But behind now, shortly before halftime. Final 5 minutes of the first half. Tenacious tackling along that near touchline. Fernandez and Caicedo battling. It's an Ecuador throw. Bouncing Albiceleste in Houston. Now marauding is Gonzalez. Good turn. Very calmly done by Pacho, but then taken away by Gonzalez, who plays into Paul. And DePaul prods it over the top. It's Enzo Fernandez across the face. Nobody could tap it home. Lautaro Martinez the closest. Big let off for Ecuador. And especially for William Pacho. He turned away deftly from Gonzalez the first time. Gonzalez just didn't give up. Hunted him down, took it away. fed to Paul, who found Fernandez running free. I'm not sure Fernandez was trying to shoot or pull it across the face of goal there. Either way, didn't quite work out for those in sky blue and white. This is going to be a free kick for Ecuador. Starting to see more of the Argentina we're familiar with. Hunting the ball down aggressively in the middle of the park. Runners off the ball, creating rotations, creating overloads, making it difficult to track. They were very static in the opening half an hour. There's another example of that steal that they have in the middle of the park. Alexis McAllister and Rodrigo de Paul at the heart of that. Messi on the chase, lifted away from him. Look at Lautaro Martinez feeding Enzo Fernandez. Now Gonzalez. Good feet. Tagliafico. De Paul. Bundled over. Fernandez. Advantage being played. I think Argentina would prefer the free kick. And now play stopped. Paul just barged into. I think that was Enner Valencia. Remember, Valencia's on a yellow card already. Caicedo getting involved afterward. Messi with the ball tucked under his arm. There's some blood, it looks like, on the back of De Paul's head. Oof. Potential yellow cards aren't reviewable by VAR. Enner Valencia might be a little fortunate that that's the case, because if they were, I think he might be off for that. Picked up a booking about 10 minutes ago. Apparently not going to be a free kick. It's just going to be a drop ball for Argentina. We'll find out how much additional time we'll have in the first half as Valencia tries to win that and nearly did. He wants the free kick. He doesn't get it. More pressure being applied by Ecuador. And now they win it back. Scaloni furious that they didn't get a foul that time. Touched back by Caicedo. And whistle blows. Free kick Ecuador. We're into 2 additional minutes at the end of this first half. And Gruezo and Lautaro Martinez were face to face. Could Ecuador change the narrative just before halftime? Paez over this ball, steps over it, leaves it for Caicedo. Caicedo tries to thump it in. It was blocked by the first man. That's McAllister, who goes over in a heap. I think he wore that right in the midsection. In the middle of everything for Argentina in this first half, Alexis McAllister, as usual, won the flick on at the near post. for their goal in the 35th minute. And charging down this attempted cross by Caicedo. And here was the goal, and it's McAllister flicking it backside, clearly all the way over the line, and then some. Lisandro Martinez, his first ever goal for Argentina. McAllister will have to go off briefly for treatment, so Argentina will have to defend this moment with 10 briefly. McAllister wants to be let back on right now. Ball switched to the far side. It's going to run all the way through. Was it kept in play? It was, apparently. And now it's put out for a late Ecuador throw. Argentina thought that ball was out. Sarmiento almost was able to wriggle around the corner. Hincapié. Is there time to serve something in here? Argentina get it clear. They might have a chance to break. They do break. On the run with a heavy first touch, Gonzalez, but he's around the outside now. Nicolas Gonzalez into the middle for Messi. Laid back for Fernandez. Referee puts the whistle to his lips and blows for halftime. And that's the end of an absorbing opening 45 minutes in Houston. Ecuador had the better of things for the first 30 minutes. Argentina grew into it slightly and then opened the scoring from that corner kick in the 35th. The first goal in his Argentine career for Lisandro Martinez.